Hello, everyone, and welcome to Playing Games with Strangers. I'm Josiah Crandall, and I will be your DM for tonight in our special Halloween one-shot if I get everything edited in time for Halloween. But that's the plan. So tonight with us, we have Dave, but not really Dave.
It's me, Dave. David Clements.
We have Squid.
Hello, that's me. Squid.
And a special guest this evening, Ben.
Hi, it's me, Ben Avery.
Ben.
Yes, that's right. We just have a small crew tonight, and that's going to be a lot of fun as we play this thing that I'm
Totally
reasonably
well-versed
sure,
in.
yes, that is going to work somewhat well. So
We are so prepared for this.
yes.
I have a full character concept ready to go.
Okay.
Must be
So-
nice.
Here we go. I'm going to just go ahead and start us off, unless there's anything else we need to hit before we get going here. We have Patreon and we have merch at places, so check those out.
Go give us money at one of those locations.
You can also send it to my address.
And what is that address, Squid?
Sorry, send me a message and I'll let you know.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get us started. So, all three of you, just find yourself in the midst of a crowd of people. They look mangled and worse for wear. You're not really, the environment around you is kind of nondescript, black darkness. And so you're in just a big crowd. Amongst this big crowd, you three find yourself standing next to each other. And up in front, there's a man. He's wearing glasses, well put together cloak, and he seems to be kind of directing these people in this crowd down kind of a hallway behind him. So I'm just going to start. You three are just kind of hanging out there in the middle of this crowd.
Well, I say, we should get started. Do we know each other? This is a good point of order.
Yeah.
I was about to say, are we like strangers that are standing next to each other, or?
Yeah, you just find yourself in this crowd of people. You're not quite sure where you're at, but everyone around you kind of looks, again, worse for wear. Like there's a guy right next to you who seems to be, is that an arrow through his head?
I will lean down to this gnome, uncomfortably close. I am it's kind of a shantily put together suit of armor that doesn't quite seem like it all goes together and is kind of rattling loosely, like it might fall apart at any time. Instead of like it has a full face helmet with a smiley face drawn on it.
I do say, good sir, do you happen to know where we are tonight? I seem to have misplaced myself.
I seem to know as much as you know. I am a short gnomish creature. I'm gnomish because I'm a gnome, and I am wearing a red pointy cap. And I'm very...
Big fan of gardens?
No, I'm very uncomfortable right now. She's too close to me.
Well,
But I stand my ground.
I am
I pushed
Reginald
through it.
McTavish Fidbard III, and I say, we now know something we didn't know before.
Okay, John, I want you to go ahead and roll a d12 for me for your, let's see.
It
this
literally
would be-
just rolled off the 12 and onto a 7. I am so frustrated with that roll.
This would be perception, so it's a 7 plus 2, so that's a 9, which will be a success. So you're standing in the crowd, and you kind of glance up. You see the guy at the front with the glasses and the cloak and the well dressed, and you see his. You can get a he's wearing a big name tag, and you can see it clearly from where you're at. And on it says Marvin, human resourcerer, on it.
Human resourcerer?
Yes, human resourcerer. That's
Interesting.
correct.
Real quick, so is there like a crowd around this area?
Oh yeah, there's a crowd. You're moving along though. You're kind of just going with the flow of the crowd, and you've gotten within, I would say, 4 or 5 like body length between this guy standing up. So you're towards the front of the crowd at this point. But yes, a huge and again, all these people look worse for wear.
Okay. I am just, I see the crowd and I'm handing out whatever the D&D equivalent of business cards.
Okay.
And of course, my character is a human bard. He actually looks quite a bit like Clark Gable. Okay.
Perfect.
And he's going through the crowd and handing these out, and he's like, "Hello, yes. My name is Raz Hanoi. Yes, take a card, everybody. Everybody take one. Yes. How do you do? All right."
I will go to take a card, and as I do, the gauntlet of my suit of armor will fall off, and a little hand will get out quickly to pull it back up.
Oh, pardon me. I'll take one of those.
Hello, yes, Raz Hanoi. I'm here for all your entertainment needs.
Sir Reginald McTavish Finbar III is my name.
Sir, I like the cut of your jib.
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
As you're handing out these business cards, most of the people don't seem to be extremely receptive or like, all there. They're just kind of almost zombie-like moving through this line. Not really talkative at all.
This seems to be a very dead crowd. Does anybody have any idea what's going on here?
And at that moment, you kind of find yourself at the front of the line, and Marvin finds himself looking down at you.
Excuse me. You three
Yes,
seem...
hello. Take a card.
Thank you very much.
Raz Hanoi at your service.
Raz Hanoi.
For all your entertainment purposes, you have quite the crowd here, and they seem very non-responsive. Should I play a jaunty little tune to cheer them up?
Well, I don't, as you say, they're not very responsive. You are, well, it's interesting to find you here. Sorry, I'm a little flustered. You're,
Of course it is. It's interesting to find me anywhere. That is literally my job.
You say your name is Raz Hanoi,
And he pulls out this big book. He thumps it down on the little desk in front of him and starts flipping through pages.
As he opens it, I reach out and I close it again. And please, sir, there's no reason to read when I'm around. I can entertain you quite more than the written word. As they are saying, the printed word is dead.
Well, funny you should mention dead. You seem to be maybe a little misplaced. This is the gateway into the afterlife.
Oh dear.
Yes, and so let me just open up my book because it didn't seem like Raz Hanoi. Yes, right here. You weren't due for some time yet.
I knew I shouldn't have gotten in that helicopter.
Actually,
Have I been invited? Hello,
Yes, and you, let's see, you are, what was that again?
Sir Reginald McTavish Finbar III, and this is Tina.
And I will point at my tortoise.
I'm just going to call you Reggie. Is that okay, Reggie? Of course it's okay.
No, but if you're going to insist, I suppose you will.
I do insist.
Well, let me just, Reginald, is that the third you said?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, you've got a little extra time on you, too. Let me just see what's going on here.
I've got too much time on my hands.
This is my new gnome friend as well. Should he be here?
and he pulls down his glasses and he looks.
I'm Herbert.
Herbert, the Herbert,
The Herbert, son of Don, son of Esther,
I
daughter
knew
of
your,
Don II.
Yes, I knew Don well.
It was Don
Nice
the
guy.
Third is my father.
Oh, Don the Third. You don't say. I've got a lovely game of Parcheesi that we play with him. Or
He was
used
very
to.
good at Parcheesi.
Yes, he.
I never
fantastic.
won against him.
You
I've
ever
got
noticed that Dons always seem to be the head of their families?
No,
That was a mafia joke, people. Come on.
I
I
got
don't
it.
know what
I got
that
it.
is.
Anyway, it looks like, and then another another gnome runs up with a sheet of paper and hands it to.
Oh, look, you have a
Marvin.
friend. Do you know each other?
We don't all know each other, okay? Actually, I think I might know this one.
This is Jim. Jim
Cousin
fits-
Jim. Yeah. Hi.
And Jim looks at you. Hey. He hands the paper to Herbert, or sorry, Marvin, and then goes off. Yes. This is very unfortunate. It says all of you have kind of made it here accidentally. So let's see, Herbert, right?
Yes.
Herbert, you found yourself caught in a stampede here, and that was not supposed to happen to you. Is anything coming back to you here?
It didn't
Herbert?
happen to be a large turtle, did it?
Perhaps a wild pony.
No. It was goats.
Worry not, Tina. It wasn't us.
No. I mean, a stampede requires more than one anyway, so.
Or
Yep.
multiple passes by the same one.
I'd have to check a dictionary. I'm not sure about that, but I do know that I did. The last thing I remember seeing was some goats, and they were running
Yes.
my way.
That makes sense. That is very unfortunate. And then you fit. Oh shoot, sorry, getting
Sir Reginald McTavish
Reginald.
Finbar the Third.
Of course,
Reggie.
Reginald. You let's see. Oh, your shoe. Seems like your shoe was untied. Is
You
that
can
ringing
see
a
he's
bell?
left one of the armor boots behind, and
Oh, well, pardon me. I seem to be falling to pieces here. The afterlife. Ah,
Well, it seems like that had to do with the current life too. You have trouble. It seems you tripped a little bit. Is that ringing any bells for you?
I don't think I've gone on a trip recently except to here, so perhaps.
Right. Okay. And moving on. Let's see on here. Teleportation gone wrong. It looks like for you, sir.
That's preposterous. Nothing I do ever goes wrong.
Are you sure? I mean, I'm looking at the page right here. This is
Perhaps
all...
you didn't catch my name. My name is Raz Hanoi.
Yes, Raz.
I am glorious. Let me tell you.
And not very good at teleportation,
I
evidently.
am fantastic at teleportation, sir. I will not have you slander my good name.
Are
Right.
you better at singing?
I am best at all things.
Well, anyway, unfortunately, I can't just put you back where you belong. There's a lot of hoops to jump through, but
Could you put us where we don't belong? I'll find my way.
I've got a job opening here, and if let's see, and he grabs some more paperwork. Yes, if you'd like, we could probably work something out to get you back where you came from. It just would take a little, just a quick job from you all, just to collect the supplies that you'd need to get back. So we have a side business down here. We make dungeons. If you're interested, there is a way out back into the living world. You'll just have to go through one of our mini dungeons as testers, and we've got an opening right now for three individuals to test out one of our latest dungeons.
Well, let's go then.
The last time I took a test, I got a little bit frozen.
Last time I took a test, I aced it because I am magnificent.
So what are the consequences if we don't do this well?
Well,
You
you could
know,
just
Just grade it on a curve.
that's
Herbert?
a good.
Herbert, have no fear. You are with Raz Hanoi, and Raz Hanoi doesn't fail anything.
Except teleporting.
diplomatically speaking, I just want to cover my bases.
Yeah, no, that I am completely. I understand you 100%. I am all about the paperwork and covering the bases. And he pets his book. So, well, you can't get more dead than you are right now. So that's a plus. You can either go ahead and pass on through to the afterlife. You can make it through the dungeon and get back, or you can fail in the dungeon and be right back here, and then right on through. So
Well, that sounds good, because Tina has a hair appointment next week, so I suppose we need to get back.
Would you like some food, Tina?
Tina doesn't speak because she's a turtle, but
Tina, eat your food.
I'm just gonna go ahead and move you right along here. I've got quite a line that is queuing up. We don't want to get a backlog, so right through that door, you're going to be looking for 4 keys, basically. That once you collect all of those, you will just be able to. You'll find the right door, pop them in, and you'll be right back into the land of the living.
I played a video game like this once.
Video games. Where are you from?
It's unclear at this moment.
Well, I'm sure that you probably have played a video game then. You just might want to keep that on the DL. Some of these other folks may not know what that is.
Onward! I will mount Tina, and we will be on our way.
So he points towards a door kind of off to the side, and you guys can go on through.
On my way, I scribbled down just a quick note and hand it to my cousin to give to Don the Third.
Okay, yeah, I'll pass this on.
Thank you.
Good seeing you again, Hubert.
Hope not to see you very soon, but can't wait to see you again. Love you.
Yep. Bye.
Little fist bump.
Yeah.
Touching. Truly touching.
So you guys walk through this door, and as soon as you go through, there's a bright light. And I need, let's go ahead and have Reginald roll a d12 for me.
I would love to. That's a 10.
That is a 10. Well, great. This is going to be great for you. As soon as you walk in,
Most things are.
you walk into what looks like, your standard dungeon, cave, a couple torches going down into the distance. And right in front of you is a key, just laying on the ground there.
Ah, well, this is an easy task. I'll pick up the key.
Okay, you pick up the key, and you now have a key. You need 3 more to exit the dungeon.
Wonderful.
Real quick,
I never knew dungeon delving was so easy.
Yes.
Is it all? Do all 3 of us need to get 4 keys, or is it one? Each of us need to,
4 total.
Is it like 4 for the group or 4 for
4
each
for the
person?
group.
4 for the group. Yep.
Okay,
Yep. So, and then you
you're
pick up
quite
the
good
key.
at this sort of thing, Reggie.
Thank you.
Hubert, could you roll a d12?
D12.
Yep.
9.
Okay.
Nine.
As you guys walk forward, you come to a fork in kind of the cave here.
I pick it up.
Now we're looking for keys.
The fork is of the plastic variety, something that you're familiar with. The other two probably haven't seen this sort of material before.
Interesting. I shall use this for my taco salad later.
So which way are we going? Left, right, left, right.
Whichever way you go, go with confidence. That's how you get everywhere.
Let's take the left-hand path. I have heard good things about that.
All right, so suddenly I feel like we should go right, but I will go left with you.
All right, you take the left-hand path, and you come to kind of a winding staircase that leads upwards into darkness. And a sign on it says, "Why can't you trust these tricky stairs?"
This is the setup for the most terrible joke I've ever heard.
But do you know the answer to the terrible joke?
Well,
Or-
if I had to guess, I'd say the stairs are about to turn into a fun slide.
Okay. I feel like that might not be the answer here.
Well, are
What is
they liars? Because I wouldn't trust a liar.
What does it say again?
The sign says, "Why can't you trust these tricky stairs?" And you can look around at the stairs all you want.
Yeah, can I make an investigation check?
Sure.
Or whatever the equivalent of that is.
Yeah, so that would just be let's see, that would just be a know-how, I think is what it would be, just a straight know-how.
D12.
Yeah. Plus your know-how.
What do you know? Another 7. Plus
Okay.
know-how is a 0, so it's a total of 7.
7. So let's see, that is still a success. So how are you checking out these stairs?
I'm looking for anything mechanical that's going to cause these stairs to flatten out and become a fun slide.
Okay. As you do so, you find you don't see anything mechanical on these stairs. They seem like pretty straightforward stairs that are just going, up and up and up.
Of course I do. I'm never wrong.
Is it because they'll always let you down?
You're not getting any like sense of recognition from any like you
well,
just hear
never mind.
you hear crickets whenever you sit when
They
these
have an
guests-
infestation in
Yeah.
here.
But as you're looking at the stairs, John, you're marveling at how they just keep going up and up and up and up. These stairs just seem to go on forever.
I have a feeling that these stairs don't actually go anywhere.
They're tricky. They're tricky. I'm gonna gently put my foot on the bottom step,
And nothing happens.
and I'll gently take another step.
Yeah.
I'm on the second step.
You're
now.
on the second step, but they were big steps for a little gnome.
Big steps for a little guy, yeah.
Are there 12 of them?
12 steps?
12-step program.
No, there's not 12 steps. There's a lot of steps, and they go on for a long ways. And this is like the sign says. I mean, to pass on. You need to figure out why you can't trust these tricky stairs. This is more of a riddle than an encounter. So.
Did you take into account the fact that we're all rather dumb?
You know what? I didn't.
I see where you've gone wrong.
We could be here for a while.
We all die at these stairs.
I have a feeling that these stairs are up to something.
And at that moment, the stairs collapse, and behind the stairs, there is a door. You have
at that.
solved the riddle.
Look at that. Once again, I am amazing.
Ha!
A door. Do you know how to open them?
Is there a keyhole?
There is a keyhole, but you don't feel like this would be the proper place to put the key.
I'll open
Not
the door.
put the key in a keyhole? What preposterousness is this?
All right, as you open the door, roll a d12 for me.
What if I just find another key?
You might.
Ooh, probably not. That's a 5.
Oh, a 5. Yeah. You walk into, let's see, is this? Okay,
The
it's a
door?
creature. And we are going to go with a 2. Perfect. That's you walk into what seems to be a tavern. There's a bunch of rough and tumble characters around, and it seems like your run-of-the-mill tavern. There's some music playing, and this might be a tavern you'd see on the seedier side of town.
Music playing? I love music playing. I do it the best.
Some of the patrons kind of look at you and give you a dirty look. They're not.
I start to sing to them. There's a black greasy stain on my headband, and a yellow streak running down my back brace.
Can you go ahead and roll? Let's see. Yeah, charm.
This is not gonna end well. Yeah, so that's a total of 6.
Okay, 6. The people that you're singing it to, they do not look like they are enjoying this at all. But you see,
Of course they are.
You see someone kind of coming from the far side of the bar towards you, and it is a mushroom-laden goose, and it has. She's holding 2 big things of beer, and she's coming towards you, and she says,
Well, hello there. I am a fun goose, and I just want to party. I love your attitude, mister.
She hands
And
you one
I
of the
love
beers.
your attitude. Here, take a card.
Oh, okay. I just love games like this. What do we got?
She picks a card.
And there you go. You won.
Whoa! This is awesome! You! Oh, and who are your friends here?
Let me guess. The card that you picked, it says Raz Hanoi on it, doesn't it?
It does! How did you... Is this like your little assistant?
Yes, his name is Herbert, and this is my other assistant, Reginald. They are
Hello.
here to support me.
I am Sir Reginald McTavish Finbod III.
You can
and
call
this is
him Reggie.
Tina.
Wow, you guys, you are the best. You know what? I want to let you in on a little something. Does anyone want to lick a mushroom? Come on. I know you do. I know you do.
Sure.
Can I see it first?
I think you're looking at several of them.
Yeah. So as you're looking at this goose, I mean, there's a couple mushrooms, like one on the top of the head, a couple down its back, a few on its wings. I mean,
Do I recognize any of these with my wilderness know-how?
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Give me. Let's see. What is your wilderness know-how?
So it's a 13.
13. Yes. You know for sure that you don't want to lick the blue mushroom because it will. You've had experience with this. If you lick the blue one, your hair would turn into noodles, and you don't want that. So don't lick the blue mushroom.
Raz, go ahead and lick the blue mushroom.
Well, being as we're best friends, Herbert, I trust you implicitly. And
I mean, you have no reason not to trust me. So
I licked the blue mushroom.
Okay, as you lick the blue mushroom, you get this weird sensation of kind
This
of
is fantastic.
wet kind of wet squishiness on top of your head as your hair turns into noodles of
Delightful.
the spaghetti variety.
Fantastic. Who doesn't love noodles?
If I may, what
Yes.
is the point of licking the mushrooms?
And then the fun goose looks at you with a serious look.
Well, it's fun.
My armor smiles back at her.
do I recognize any of the other mushrooms?
Go ahead and roll a d6, and I'll tell you which mushroom you recognize.
I rolled a 4.
A 4. You know, if you lick the one with polka dots, that you will become ethereal for a little bit, and in this case, it'll be for the next 2 encounters. But it basically you become ghost-like for the next little bit.
Well, you've convinced me.
Yeah.
I enjoy fun.
roll a d6 for me.
A 1.
Perfect. All of a sudden, you kind of shrink up, and now you transform into a talking goldfish in a bowl for the next 2 encounters.
Fantastic.
So there's now a goldfish in a bowl on top of Tina. And you can still talk and stuff, but you are a goldfish.
What happened? I don't seem to notice a change.
Well, you're a goldfish. Oh, that is the fun. I just love it.
I'm sorry.
And you got noodles.
Mr. Fun Goose.
Mrs.
Mrs. I do apologize. Are you biased against our tortoise friend here that the tortoise shouldn't lick a mushroom?
Tina doesn't eat mushrooms.
How do you know? We haven't offered her one.
Well, I suppose that's Tina's choice.
I'm more interested in this cute little gnome guy. Come on, you want to lick one?
I really feel like I don't want to, but
Come on, you can do it.
so what's left?
Well, basically, let's see.
There's polka dots,
yeah,
her,
polka dots,
the Reginald's,
the blue
and
one,
Raz's.
Yeah. So there are. Let's see. There's 3 more left.
Okay.
And you know that most of those would be like they're not detrimental to you. They're not like poisonous. You're not exactly sure what they would do though.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna choose one of the 3
Okay.
that I don't know,
Okay.
but that I trust are not as horrible as
Mhm.
some of these other ones. So.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll a d6 for me, and I'll
3.
3. Yeah. So you all of a sudden you just lift like a couple inches off the ground and start floating there. So you're just a few inches off the ground for the next 2 encounters. You're just floating there. So
It's kind of fun.
yeah.
Are you able to walk while you're floating? I mean, you're not making ground contact.
Don't overthink it, man. just roll with it. You got noodles for hair. Let's have some fun here.
I am in an advantageous position to roll at the moment.
The fun goose looks at you guys. You guys are just so great, but I've got some other people to get back to. So thanks
So
for
no
hanging
licks
out
for the
with me.
tortoise then.
Oh. No, you guys, you're so silly. No,
Doesn't
licks for
sound
the
very
tortoise.
fun to me without a
And she-
tortoise involvement.
She walks off towards the back of the crowd, and then you see the door behind you swing open again.
I will turn around in my
I was-
fishbowl to look.
Really kind of hoping to see a key at this point. It's just the door. Okay, I guess we're going through the door, guys. Let's go
Go
through the
ahead
door.
and roll, Herbert. Roll roll your d12 for me here.
7. I rolled a 7.
Okay, you see right above the door, hanging on a thread is there's a key right above the door. Unfortunately, it is a little out of your reach.
Yeah. Raz, do you think you could reach that key there?
A
Do you
key?
see it? It's right there.
This reminds me of a joke I say as I reach in to grab the key.
So
You know-
it's above the door. How tall do you think you are, Raz?
Oh, I don't know, maybe 5'10".
Okay. I would
What
say
a shame,
this
I've been shrunk down.
is about it's 8 feet. Is where it's at up there.
Perhaps we could cat and hat it, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
I mean, like literally, I'm 5'10". If it was 8 feet, I could reach up and jump
Yeah.
to grab.
So yeah,
You
go
could-
ahead and
give me a boost. Lift me up there. I could grab it.
All right,
I'm on Tina as well.
I'm going to grab Herbert, and as I lift him up, I'm gonna be like, "You lift me up, up so I can move the mountains.
Got it.
Okay. Okay. You grab the key. John, where do you let go of Herbert?
After I put him on the ground?
Okay. You put him back on the
Or
ground.
2 inches above the ground.
So you put him on the ground, and he slowly floats back up.
That's incredible!
Now
fun.
you have 2 keys, and the door is wide open before you.
If you would like, I can hold it in here, and the other key is floating around my.
Your fistful, yes,
Fistful.
yes, it is. As you guys come into you walk out of the door. In front of you, there is a room with another locked door in front of you that reads left. And the door behind you closes and then kind of disappears into the rock faced. So you see one door that says left in front of you.
I look left.
Okay. You see a faint shimmer.
What is the door shimmering, or is?
It's kind of right around the general area of the door. You see a shimmer. It's more in front of it.
Onward, Tina, to the shimmer.
As you look really close, you can kind of see the faint outline of a form there. And then you see that all of a sudden it kind of materializes, and there's this old ghost in front of you.
Hey,
Well, I say.
I'm the king of the world.
Hello. I am Sir Reginald McTavish Finbard III. And
I
this
ne-
is Tina.
I kneel. Your Majesty, you wouldn't be the first king I performed in front of, but here, have a card.
I will gladly take your card.
And it just falls right through his hand.
I'll just leave that right there for safekeeping.
I'm Herbert.
Herbert, it is a pleasure to meet you.
So, how's it going?
Oh, the best I've felt in years. In fact, I could feel like I could run for ages, and I could fly, and I am just so happy.
And you look phenomenal.
I want to roll fast friends with this guy.
Okay. Let's see. What does fast friends do for
Plus
you?
charm. Once per session, instantly become chummy with NPCs out of conflict.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a total of 10.
Yeah. I think that will be a success. So, yep, that should be a success.
Say, chum, we happen to be looking for some keys. Would you happen to know where there would be any, by chance?
Would I happen to know where there's keys? Why, there's keys everywhere. Look around you, so many keys.
I reach into the fish tank and pull one out. One that's similar to this, perhaps.
Oh, yes, there's a key over there, and a key over there, and a key over there.
And he's pointing all around the room.
Can you see the keys now? Are they in the room with you?
Oh, there's keys. There's keys in this room. There's keys in all these rooms.
I see. I don't see. I'm sorry.
I would like to insight check him, whatever that is.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, no. No. That's a 3.
A 3. Yeah, you pretty much believe what this guy is saying. And
Well, thank you, pal. And I will go in the first direction that he pointed, just
okay. Yeah, he points
unwaveringly.
You can right through that door. It's the only door in this room, and it's the best door ever.
I go through the door.
The door is locked.
You wouldn't happen to have a key for this door, would you?
Of course I have a key. There's a key here. There's a key there.
I go to
this
that
man
first.
right here.
I go to that first here that he points at.
Yeah.
And
There's just a rock sitting in the middle of the room.
I pick up the rock and try to jam it in the keyhole.
It does not work.
I think your key is broken, sir. I don't,
Did you know I invented fire? I sure did. That was me.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yep.
So what
yep.
I'm hearing is a little bit of maybe malarkey,
What, are you
but
you calling me a liar?
just saying.
And at that moment, when you look
Trust
right,
me, I'm a fine judge of character. This man is 100% A-okay.
you can see a door that says right in front of it. This ghost is a really bad liar. I mean, you can see right through him.
I will open the other door.
But he said this door has the key.
Ah, well, that's a shame.
Do you know how to pick a lock by chance?
I don't have hands.
I know how to pick a lock. I've been picking locks for years. In fact, my father was a lockpick, and his father before him, and his father before
Your
him
father
was...
was a lockpick.
Yep,
And
I
you're
think
the
you-
king of the world.
I am the king of the world.
Your Majesty.
Look at Raz, you're the only one tall enough to open this door right now.
But
you think maybe you could...
This is the way to go.
Let's do the other one, just to see what's behind this other one.
Well, being as we are best chums, I will try this one. And I have this fabulous hair thanks to you.
And the noodles slap against your neck as you flip them in the wind.
I will attempt to open the other door that Herbert is
In front of
pointing
basically
towards.
what the
The
wrong
right-
door, the right door, the right door.
The
yes.
one that Herbert's telling me to open.
Yeah,
This
you
is
open.
the right door. The left door is the one that's left. Is wrong.
Yep. Yeah, you open it up, and there you can see more dungeon through it.
Wonderful.
Is
Do we
this the
see
right
a
way to go,
key?
sir? Your
There is-
Majesty?
You don't see any keys in this room.
Tally ho.
And no, that's the wrong way. Don't go through that door.
You see? This is the wrong way.
But he's
Tino
he's
will
lying.
lead on,
The
all the
guy's a
same.
liar.
I am not a liar. I'm gonna haunt you for the rest of your life. Ooh.
Let me ask
I'm
you
not
this.
too worried because you're a liar. You're
Hang
not
on,
going to haunt
hang
me
on.
the rest of your...
Let me ask him this. He will have to answer truthfully, and no matter what, we'll get down to the root of the matter. I'll look
I
him
like
square.
this guy. He's my best buddy.
I'm everybody's best buddy. Your Majesty,
Yes.
are you not a liar?
Of course, wait. I am most definitely a liar. I'm not a liar. I plead the fifth.
And then he just disappears in a.
Well, that answers that. I owe you an apology, Herbert. I was indubitably deceived by that ruffian.
You were deceived because you're your friendship. And that's the best reason to be deceived. But it's also the worst reason to be deceived because that means you have a poor choice of friends. But
But you're my friend, Herbert.
you trusted because you were friends.
Would you like to join me in the next room as well?
Reggie, you're being impatient. Learn a lesson from Tina and keep your yap shut.
Let's find the key.
Okay, you guys walk into the
follow.
next room. Who hasn't rolled a d12 for a little bit? I don't think the second Herbert has rolled for a little bit. Have you?
I rolled for that earlier key.
Okay.
I rolled the first one. If you'd like
Okay,
me to go
yeah,
again.
Go ahead and roll again for me.
Another 5.
Another 5. Well, unfortunate for you guys.
Way
I
to
don't
go,
like the
Squid.
way you said that. My name is Reginald McTavish Finbar III, thank you.
Oh, we have a method actor here.
I'm about to get the fishbowl out. Then get into character.
So, 2 columns in front of you rise from a pit of spikes. One of them stands bright green, and there is a leafy goose holding a giant stalk of asparagus like a spear. The asparagus looks at you.
That is quite the spear of asparagus you have there.
There are a lot of geese in this dungeon.
You just happen to get both geese.
I'm convinced there are only geese in this dungeon.
Wait a minute. That dastardly ghost in the previous room was not a goose. But he was a ghost, so his goose was cooked.
Well, he
Maybe
lied.
you might be right.
He said he was a ghost, but he probably was a goose.
Oh.
He was lying, and you just can't trust what he had to say. So maybe he was.
Hello,
What?
fair goose.
Hello
Hail
there.
and well met.
I am the asparagus. If you want to travel deeper into the dungeon, the best 2 out of 3 rounds wins for a game of jousting. Do I have any one willing to compete?
Me and Tina love to joust.
And he points his asparagus stalk at you.
Ah, yes, you look like the perfect jousting competitor.
And
It's a
then
fish in a bowl. You can't even hold the spear. What's going on here?
he hands he puts like another stalk of asparagus right in front of Tina, and it just kind of like falls over.
Wait,
Take up your weapon.
Let me assist you. I'm going to put the asparagus into the bowl so it's just kind of laying out at an angle as you do.
How big is this asparagus?
Like a giant, like a
Okay.
big stalk of like
I
you
have
would-
some rope if you'd like to tie it down.
Sorry, Ben. I am used to Josiah's brand of shenanigans, so I knew exactly where this thing was going to be big enough to do what I was
Yeah,
doing.
it's like
there.
a jousting stick, basically. It's a long asparagus.
Actually, that's a great idea. I tie the asparagus to Tina, so it's pointed directly forward with the rope.
And the asparagus goes to the opposite side of the room, and then you're facing each other like you're about ready to joust.
Now, first we will test our strength.
So you're going to be
I
rolling.
would love to.
You're going to be rolling for strength as you two charge against each other here. So D12. Let's do it.
Well, I have a move called Feat of Strength.
Okay. What
Once
is-
per session, I can perform an act of heroic strength beyond normal adventurer's capabilities.
Yes.
But he's a fish. He doesn't have any feet.
Ben beat me to the joke. Dang it!
I must roll might for it, but that's what I can do.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see what happens here. You'll roll your might. I will roll mine. I'm going to give you. I'm just going to give you advantage on this.
I don't think I need it.
Okay.
Roll 12.
You rolled a 12, and he rolled an 8.
I rolled 2 12s with advantage.
So you did quite well. The asparagus comes charging at you, and you.
At a breakneck tortoise pace.
Yes, at a breakneck tortoise pace. The two asparagus stalks meet, and they shatter. As asparagus shocks do, they just
You
kind of. And you notice that underneath the goose, he seems a little scared and may have peed himself a little bit. And the smell, it's not great.
Because he's been eating asparagus.
Because he's been eating asparagus.
I
He's an
see.
asparagus.
It does have that effect.
Well, best 2 out of 3. I'd like to see you do that again.
And he goes back around.
What happens if we win? That's the.
You can pass if you win.
You could just let us pass now and just give us the key.
No! Heavens, no.
So, okay, the asparagus comes back around,
Again!
and he points at you, and you start riding off towards each other. This time, I would like you to roll for, let's see, dexterity.
You sure?
Yep.
Are you positive?
Yes, I am.
Is that nimbleness?
Yes.
There's no dexterity.
So, yes, that would be nimbleness for this one. Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yes,
All
nimbleness.
right. Well, it's not great.
It's not great for the goose either.
What's great for the goose is
Good for
great
the
for the Reginald, I suppose.
So the goose got a 2 as it rolled at you.
Well, I rolled a 2, but I have -1.
Well, so the goose, he's looking a little shaky. The
It
asparagus
doesn't look dexterous
little
for either
shaky.
of us.
But he makes a solid hit on the bowl, and you kind of wave back and forth, and a little water falls out of your.
Originals wobble, but they don't fall over.
Aha! It's 1-1 now. Again.
And
All
he
right.
turns around, and then he starts running at you again with the
Can I
asparagus.
yell while I do this and attempt to intimidate him?
Yes, you can. This one is going to be cunning that I'm having you roll, though.
What is cunning?
Cunning, I'm going to call that one because this is for anything. Let's roll intimidation.
All right.
The asparagus is not very intimidating, so you know.
A 6.
Ooh.
Hey, before you roll, Josiah,
Yes, sir.
can I use fighting music?
Okay.
I think that might be appropriate for here.
Yes, that would be great.
Because it makes my guitar as a ranged instrument, and it deals dread.
Okay.
I don't know how to deal dread, but it deals dread, and I think if we're going based off of intimidation, dread would be helpful.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. As he starts playing some fighting music to make this last. Yeah. Roll a d6, and I'm just going to have you add that to what Squid got. See if you can beat what I have here.
I rolled a 3.
You're looking to beat a 9 right now.
Well, that meets a 9.
That meets a 9. So you guys kind of pass each other without either one of you hitting. And he turns around to go one more time.
That didn't count.
One moment while I confer with my friends.
I'll shout out, swing and a miss!
Do we want this goose to live?
Oh, I feel I see no reason to kill somebody when we ourselves are already dead. Seems a little bit hypocritical.
He might be dead too.
He might be.
But we don't know. Excuse me, Mr. Asparagus.
Yes.
Are you currently dead?
No. I am a.
Are you not a liar?
I am not alive. Hey, look, bud.
And he turns toward you.
This is my day job, okay?
If we lose this battle here, just out of curiosity, not that I'm a pessimist, but I'm a realist, and if we lose, what happens? If we win, we get to pass, but if we lose,
Oh, well, if you lose, I just. Hold on a second.
And he goes and grabs a book and he looks through it.
Sorry,
Stop the
I'm
manual.
Yeah.
this is my first day here.
Oh, yes, because we're testing the dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Right.
They just added this section in. I was lucky to get that.
You're
Get apart.
you're doing a fantastic job. I just want you to know that.
Thank you. Well, if you lose, we just have to. Let's see. If you lose, I get to ask another one of you to joust with me.
Oh, fair enough.
okay, all right.
What happens if we all lose the joust?
Then there's a giant pit that opens, and you fall into the hippopotamus
I see.
pit. Yes.
My friends, I might kill this goose.
Please try not to. He's only doing it. He works hard for the money.
Just please. It's my first day.
Ah, yes. Of course. Charge, Tina.
Right.
And he runs back over to the other side, and then he starts running towards you. And then let's just roll just your straight vim. Ooh.
I would like Tina to run this man over if I could.
Okay, what'd you roll for your?
A 4.
No, unfortunately, he rolled a 6 for that. So
All right, I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna roll. I would like to roll
I mean, I
narrator.
can have Tina run him
okay,
over.
yeah, roll narrator.
Yeah, that's a total of 4. So
Oh, that is a
Okay.
failure with a plus.
Oh, dear.
And what is narrator similar to Gnomish Fable?
I think so. What does your
Okay.
narrator do? It's
once per session, I narrate a desired outcome of a specific action or situation, beginning with the phrase "and then,"
so just
with a
go ahead and
+1 for bonus for rhyming. But
okay.
I don't think a 5 would fix this either. So
A 6 would fix it, but a 5
yeah,
wouldn't.
so
You can go ahead and narrate for me. Tell me what you want to happen.
and then the goose was loose. But Reggie let forth the juice and defeated said goose, and we were set free to find a key which was beyond thee.
That's really pretty good. So I like it.
Is
Too bad the
Josiah
dice didn't.
The
is
dice didn't
Josiah
like
going to do the rule of cool on this?
it. As your rhyme, it's what happens here is what you said does not exactly take place, but the plus is what it manages to do is no longer is Reginald a fish. All of a sudden, Reginald pops back up to his full size in the suit of armor, and it scares the asparagus as he's coming towards you.
Oh my goodness! You're not a goldfish!
I'm not.
My armor jangles all around and almost falls apart.
As you can see, once again, I am fantastic at everything. Perhaps not the intended outcome, and yet
Okay, I'm going to, you know what? Don't tell anyone, but we're going to call this one a draw. Just stop. Just go on to the next room.
And the key?
Uh,
Is there a
roll-
key? Do you have a
ro-
key for us?
Roll a let's see.
Mr. Asparagus, I just want you to know I'm having a fantastic time in your dungeon.
Thank you very much. It's not my dungeon, but
Well,
you
you're
know.
doing a fabulous job, and this was quite
Yes.
this was quite a rousing romp we've had in this room. If I had to say anything, so far your room has been my favorite.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm gonna toss him a couple silver. I'm like, a tip, because you have earned it.
Well, thank you.
Hubert, go ahead and roll just a I guess I'm gonna call it Vim. Yeah, charm. You have charm there. Asking for that key. It's +0, so
Yeah, it's a 2.
he
You nearly got him.
yeah, you nearly got him. But he
Now, go on, and I won't let anyone know that you didn't make it through.
But did you have a key? Like, did you have one? Do you actually have it? You don't
no-
have to give it to us right now, but
Not in this room, I'll tell you that.
okay.
They're only in a few of them. So, just
It's been magnificent.
thank you. Come again anytime.
I probably won't.
Next time I die, perhaps.
Indeed.
and the door closes behind you. You guys need to roll another d12 for me.
7.
A 7.
Nope. I take it back. It looked like a 7. It's a 1.
It's a 1.
Great.
Yep.
Did you hear the one about the unpopular key?
No.
Apparently, it was a little door key.
We need a
I
regular door
see.
key.
Speaking of door keys, in front of you, there's a man in tattered robes, and he comes running towards you, and he says,
The only way to progress forward is to destroy the magic seal.
And then he runs past you.
We have to kill a seal.
Is it a baby harp seal by chance? I could use a new hat.
Well, do you want to keep going down this hallway?
Yes.
Yes.
As you do, you round the corner of this hallway, and there's this giant door. And in front of this is a cute little baby seal playing with a ball.
Oh, good, a new hat.
Perhaps if you make him laugh.
I have to destroy him. That's what the
Let's
guy
talk
I
to
said.
him
believe
first.
he said break the seal.
Let's talk to the seal.
Excuse me, seal. But to quote Dolph Lundgren, I must break you.
And the seal looks at you, and it's bouncing this little ball on its nose, and it hits it up, and it rolls towards you.
I pick it up. I toss it back.
You toss the ball, and the seal, he gets a happy look in his eyes, and he grabs the ball and he hits it back to you.
I catch it.
I'm going to have us roll a D6 back and forth here.
All right.
So let's see. If you get a 1 or a 2, you drop it.
Okay. Good to know. That was a 1.
And it rolls past you to Hubert's feet. The seal looks disappointed at you, very disappointed.
I feel the full weight of that.
Look, seal, can you talk? Okay, well that's not going to work. So I'm just going to chuck the ball back out. This is a ball I can lift and throw, right?
Oh yeah, it's just like a inflatable type beach ball sort of thing situation. Yeah, you throw it and
chuck it back at him.
Yeah, the seal catches it, and then he chucks it back towards you. Go ahead and roll a d6.
A 2.
It just flies right over your head. He definitely underestimated.
Well, all right, Raz. I want you to listen to me.
Is it time to make a hat?
And I will point to Raz and go, you can do it.
Make a hat?
No.
Oh.
Throw the ball. And I'm going to attempt to inspire him. I do.
You inspire him.
You get +2 to a check, so now you can't roll a 1 or 2.
Okay.
That sounds like my kind of game.
Stack the odds in your favor.
May the odds ever be in my favor. I toss the ball towards the seal.
It only works for the first roll, though.
He
so,
catches
very
it,
sorry.
and he throws it back to you, and you catch it, and you throw it back to him, and he catches it, and he throws it back to you. That's
a 5.
Oh, yeah, you
All
catch it, and you throw it back to him, I assume.
Mhm.
And as you do, as he catches it again, he disappears in a flurry of sparks, and a key drops in front of the door, and the door swings wide open.
My hat!
Key number 3. Let's go, guys.
Very well.
Again, my pockets are really small. I can't take the key when you can
You
take
can
it.
Put it in my pocket. I'll put it
You
in my
can
pocket.
put it in your pocket.
Indeed.
All
All
right.
right. Tally ho.
One more key to get out of this dungeon. You could win it right here with a good roll on a D12.
All right, Herbert. Give it a go.
2.
Well, it's not the
It's
worst.
not ranged, but it's always that tinge of getting a low
It just
number.
feels so low. Yeah.
You guys walk into a room. It is a brick room, and I need one of you
Hurt
guys
our face.
to roll a perception.
A
Everyone?
perception.
Perception. Yeah, I think
How
it's
do
gonna
you
be-
do
I have
that?
a +1.
Yeah, it's under Vim, so just 12.
No, I see.
I got a 10 total.
I got an 8.
Yeah. in the corner, you see a sword leaning up against the wall in a stone room, and it's just an otherwise mundane bastard sword laying against the stone wall.
Not as good as my magnificent sword, and I'll draw my sword.
Oh,
The question might sound silly, but are you my dad?
I should think not.
You're not my dad?
I won't answer that question.
Did you kill my father?
I am a traveling entertainer.
Can you explain what your father looked like?
A traveling entertainer killed my father.
Oh,
Then I've never killed anybody who didn't have it coming to them.
the sword starts floating up in the air, and he swings himself around at you.
I will attempt to intercept with my sword,
Okay, let's do that.
which is out.
Your sword is out. So,
Penelope, away!
I start
So-
playing fight music again.
Okay.
I do have a move that is called Swarm Protector, in which I have to roll Intimidate, and if I get a 6+, it does address it towards me.
Okay.
If you would like me to actually roll the move
Yeah,
for
you
it.
can roll that move. That sounds cool.
Seeing as how that's a built-in mechanic in this game. That is an 8+2,
Okay,
so
yeah,
it does
yeah.
indeed.
It comes. So he was aiming for the what's your name again?
Raz.
Raz.
Raz Hanoi.
Raz.
Raz.
Hanoi.
He was heading towards Raz, but then you redirect the blow towards you, and he will attack with. What is your defense?
+1.
So he rolled a 3 then, which is a miss. The sword blazes right past you, and it kicks up some dust as he careens across the wall, and some of this dust from him slicing into the wall fills the room.
Well done, Penelope.
So you guys will have a little bit of a disadvantage as you can't really see where he's at right now.
Josiah?
Yeah.
I would like to roll good news.
Okay. What does your good news do?
Roll plus realms.
Uh-huh.
Once per session, create a positive fact or rumor about an NPC, place, or thing.
Perfect.
He has a father.
So realms would be, you should have a +1 to realms on there.
I do, and I rolled a 10, so this is an 11.
Okay, yeah, that is a success. That is a success right there.
And I will say, your father isn't dead. I'm pretty certain I encountered him in Eastern Europe somewhere. He is currently on display in a museum.
You know my father?
I believe I've met him once or twice. He's a beautiful sword.
Europe, you say?
In Eastern Europe.
I've never been to Europe. I've always wanted to go to Europe. Have you ever been to Europe?
And he looks at the other two of you in the room.
I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna say no. I haven't been to Europe.
Oh, I hear it's a wonderful place. Oh, okay. So you say my dad is alive in Europe?
Yes, of course.
Do you know
It sounds as though he's trapped.
Why would I lie to
do
you?
you know how to get to Europe?
You have to be alive, and in the world that I'm from,
Just don't teleport there.
What? Whoa.
Don't teleport with this guy. That's awesome.
Oh, okay. Can I? Do you think I could come with you?
Sure.
Not you.
Oh. I see. Never mind, Penelope. He's not interested.
You already have a sword.
I put
And he
Penelope
hurts.
away.
yes, I can definitely take you with me. We shall be traveling companions.
Yay!
And he
Come along, chum.
flies into your hand.
Oh, this is so exciting. I've always wanted to go on a trip.
I start swinging him around indiscriminately and start singing my song again.
But before you sing too much more, do you have any keys here, sir?
Yeah. I do. And you don't have to call me sir. I'm just, just a little sword.
I don't know your name, and that's just my default. So
yeah, my name is I'm gonna name your sword for you real quick. Your name is Li. What's his name?
Lee?
Li, the Li of the North.
He's Canadian.
And you're sure you're not interested in Penelope?
Before we talk about Penelope, the key. You have another key.
Oh yeah, the key's in that corner, and he points to the opposite corner that from where he was sitting, and it's just sitting up against the wall there.
What's up?
All right, you're coming with us.
Yeah, sounds good.
And this key just hops over towards you guys.
I will add him to the other keys. What is your name?
Bill,
It is a pleasure. Would you like to meet Penelope?
sup?
Maybe not.
All right, we got 4 keys.
Does anybody know how to get to the door we need to go to?
Which door?
The one that lets us go back to life.
Bill, do you know what door you open?
Oh yeah.
Will you tell me?
Yeah, you take 2 lefts and a left.
That's 3 lefts.
Hey, this not my dungeon. I just
So
live
should
here.
we just take a right and make it faster?
Yeah, you could do that. It's not as
Bill,
cool.
do you happen to be related to Francis Scott by chance?
Francis?
Francis Scott.
Yeah. I've heard of him.
Let's I guess we should go, huh?
Onward.
We've got our 4 keys. Let's move. Let's do this thing. Let's get back to the land of the living, eh?
Okay. As
will
you
nearly
take,
lose
so
another
are you going to
comment.
take a right, or are you going to take
I am taking 2 lefts and then a
2 lefts
left.
and a left?
I'm just following.
Okay, so you guys take 2 lefts and a left, and lo and behold, in front of you is this large gate with four keyholes right in front of you. What are you gonna do?
Bill,
Yeah,
if I may, another question.
sure.
Is there a specific order in which these doors need to be unlocked?
You put the first key in the first keyhole, second key in the second keyhole, third key in the third keyhole, and the bill in the fourth.
Wonderful. I can do that. I will do
Over the
that.
fourth keyhole, I'm gonna write insert Bill here.
So you guys put the keys in the hole.
You see you guys later.
It's been very fun.
And the
Thanks,
doors open to this majestically white room, and there's this giant teleportation circle in the middle of the room. And
I know this might be traumatizing for you, Raz.
It's your chance
Nothing's
to redeem yourself
traumatizing.
here, though.
Watch, we all go through the teleportation circle, and my presence just causes us to die again. The guy at the front's just like, I don't know.
The guy at the front's like, this is how it was supposed to happen.
I told you had a little more time left.
So you guys gonna go on top of the teleportation circle?
Tina, away!
All right.
I will lose a boot in the process.
Your boot falls off. You guys are caught up in a blaze of light. Your boot stays behind
Glory?
in the dungeon, and you guys find yourselves individually back where you left off. Let's start with Tina and Reginald here.
Ah. Yes, well, having just arrived back at home,
My other boot is here that fell off when I left. However, as we're home, it's time to get undressed for the day, so I take my armor off, and as each piece falls off, there's a slightly larger than normal Catman inside. That certainly did not feel the armor by any means. And you can see as he hangs the breastplate up that there's 2 eye holes in it, which is where he was actually looking out.
I had totally had the vibes of that dog creature from the labyrinth, so that tracks. That
Tina lays down in a little bed in the corner. And by little, I mean a large bed for a tortoise that a man can ride.
a cat.
Herbert, you wake up in a field with goats grazing around you.
And I just bask in the warmth of the sun and just enjoy life returning to my body.
And as you do, you see a little a piece of paper floating down from the sky.
Oh. I grab this piece of paper and I take a look and read what is on this piece of paper.
And it is a note from your father.
Oh, it's from Don the Third. It says, "Dear Herbert, thank you so much for losing so gracefully at Parcheesi. Hopefully you'll be better at it when you join me in the afterlife. Until next time, Don the Third."
And then
In the distance, you see the goats start to run.
Like, whoa, goats. Hey.
it's then you realize that you should probably get out of the middle of the goat field.
But do it subtly, otherwise you're just going to end back up in the same spot.
So
All right.
I sneak my way out of there.
Yeah. And then John, where do we find your character?
I wake up in a padded room with a straitjacket on.
Perfect.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but Raz is quite insane.
You don't?
I hadn't picked up on it.
So you wake up in this padded room, and did you say you were in a straitjacket or not?
Oh yes,
okay.
Sir. I like I said, Raz is quite insane. He has
Ranting and
zero
raving about dungeons and dice.
He has zero connection to what reality
Yes.
is. That's the reason why he was completely unfazed by everything he just experienced.
And then you even as you're looking around in your padded cell that you've been familiar with for a while now, you see in the corner a sword laying there.
Hey.
Fantastic. Why don't you loosen my bonds and we can go say hello to a few orderlies? Then I'll take you to your father.
Wow, sounds great.
And then your
Next time
Yeah.
on Playing Games with Strangers.
and that's it.
Happy Halloween! It took a turn, but I'm here for it.
So there we go. That was our session today. It went rather smooth, more geese than I was planning for.
We got all the geese.
Oh,
Convinced that there are only geese. I never describe my sword. It makes me
oh,
sad. But
you
that's
can,
okay.
if you want to describe your sword now.
It was a magnificent sword, you see. And the hilt was my suit of armor, just T-posed to form the crossguard.
That's amazing.
It's, dare I say, magnificent.
Magnificent. So
It also has a smiley face painted on the armor.
I liked the smiley face painted on the armor. That was fun. So yep, that is our Halloween episode. Nothing too spooky, just a fun little dungeon crawl with some ghosts and
Well,
some
it depends on how they feel about geese, Josiah.
geese. Yeah, there were some dead people in it, and we made most of it up as we go along. I gotta say, you three, fantastic, just making up your characters on the spot and going for it. We had a good time. So thanks for listening. Listen to more. That's all, folks.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Bye!